Hibernian, it's just on TV, back with another video, and Rangers were in SPL action on Wednesday night at home to Hibs, where it finished Rangers 2, Hibernian 1. Goals coming from Edmondson and Hadji for Rangers, and Hallen for Hibs. The starting 11 for Rangers was McGregor and Nets, back four of Taverner, Goldson, Edmondson and Barisic. So Polster and Katic both dropped out. Arfield, Davis and Hadji in Aribo in midfield. So Kamara got dropped as well, with Hadji, Morelos and Kent up front, and it was a weird game anyway. Rangers seemed to do well, not much pressure from Hibs for about half an hour or so, and then from a corner Hibs put in, and it was a weird thing. It kind of looks like McGregor fluffed his line, stroke got fouled, and the Hibs defender Paul Hallen put the ball in, and yeah, it just seemed to be really, after that, it was Rangers kind of needing to do something, and on the 45th minute, Rangers get a corner, ball comes in, Edmondson tries to jump, goes over his head, and it looks as if it bounces off one of the Hibs defenders, or ricochets a bit, comes down, and Edmondson hits the shot past the Hibs keeper to make it one each at half time. And I think a lot of fans were hoping for a better response. I think the first half was okay, but like I say, Hibs were doing a lot of defending and tackling and really caused Rangers problems. But in the second half, Rangers kept going, and in the 70th minute, Rangers made the first change. Joe Aribo went off for Greg Stewart, and anyway, I think that helped a lot. You could see with Stewart being more attacking, it allowed Hadji to go into midfield and play a bit more. In the 81st minute, 11 minutes later, Rangers made the second change. Ryan Kent came off for John Jones, and yeah, Rangers were basically just need that goal at some point, hoping it was going to happen, and ball finally comes in the 84th minute. Corner Rangers attacking, ball gets put in. One of the Hibs players heads it out, and Scott Arfield heads the ball to the right for Hadji. Lets the ball bounce in on his right foot, just puts it straight across the goalkeeper with his right foot to make it 2-1. And yeah, probably deserved. Rangers absolutely, to get that goal was brilliant, but for someone like Hadji to make his first start as well was fantastic. And 4 minutes after the goal, Rangers decided to take him off for Kamara, I think basically just to shut up shop, and Rangers get the job done and get the 3 points. Overall, I think it was an okay game that wasn't kind of as good as it could be. Player ratings, I would give McGregor a 6. I think didn't really have much to do besides kind of the goal. He really didn't really have much to do. Tav, I thought, had a decent game. Did well. I think I would give him probably a 7. He seemed to do really well. Goldson and Edmondson, I think as well, 7s. I think they did. They had good games. Nothing really much. Barisic, I think, had a very good game. I think he probably 7 or an 8. I think Arfield, again, like what I said before, had a good game, did well. Definitely, I think, a 7. Davis, I was thinking about it last night of what to rate him. I was tempted to give him a 6, but it was someone that was doing stuff, even though it wasn't kind of doing as much, but he still had a good game. Hadji, if you don't know, I think it was about the 80th, 90th minute, he got man of the match at Ibrox, and rightly so. I think he was phenomenal. He tracked back when he lost the ball, he was putting some belter passes and was trying to do something, so definitely man of the match for me. Aribo was okay, didn't I think playing more in midfield was a bit different to what he's used to, but did okay. Morelos, besides not scoring, he did okay. I'm sure you've seen the footage of him. I think it's the second half when he gets absolutely dragged. But, you know, besides scoring, he still had a good game. Unlucky not to score a few times, but he did okay. Kent, I think, especially with the starting 11, he seems to be different to what he seemed really like something's bothering him. He doesn't seem to be doing a lot more than he has done in a few the games before. But we'll see what happens. Subs, I'd say they were okay. I think Kamara, obviously something that probably I'm not gonna probably say would be rating, but rating for Aribo, Morelos, I'd probably give Aribo 6, Morelos 7, Kent maybe a 5. I think he was okay but didn't do much. Stewart and Jones I'll give 6s. I think they, even though the subs did try and do something, Kamara obviously had about 2 minutes left, so I won't rate him. But yeah, like you say, a good win for Rangers, and they now play Hamilton in the Cup, which will be interesting. Speaking of the Cup, Canberra will play. I know there's a lot of people saying that they thought they were cup tied, but apparently seems to be from, I think, one of the Rangers pages on Facebook saying that he can play, so it'll be interesting to see if he starts at all, if Morelos starts, or maybe Defoe, whatever. But yeah, big thanks to everyone that's been watching. If you're new or haven't, please support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want the notification bell, just lets you know when new videos are uploaded. And just before I go, if you didn't know, the former winger Eduardo Herrera has left Rangers, and I think he went to a Mexican team. So yeah, just in that. And obviously, if you don't know, Kenny Miller has retired from football, and I hope he has a good retirement. But thanks everyone that's been watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, I'm out.